Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Jumping on this afternoon and doing a little bit of live crafting with you once again. So I hope you enjoy and spend a little bit of time crafting with me this afternoon. I'm just trying to get there. I am, so I can see what's going on my tablet and see comments. So I can see I've got one person on, so please feel free when you jump on to say hello. Hey Joni, I did get here. I'm a few minutes late, but I did finally get here. I've had a busy afternoon. I had my monthly Stamps and Card Kit Club live video that I had to do this afternoon. So all the members in my live kit club have now got their video tutorial for the month using their brilliant stamp set. Hey Michelle, thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hello. So when you pop on, please feel free, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Hey Michelle. So if you haven't heard about my monthly Stamps and Card Kit Club, there's 2 membership levels. You can get a gold membership level, which means that you get the stamps, you get a kit that you make 6 cards. In the video tutorial I do for the month, you get a free video tutorial in a private Facebook group. That's the gold membership. It's $45 for the month. And when you sign up to my club membership, you have a 3-month minimum sign up, and then it's month by month after that. So if you want to drop out at any time after your 3 months is up, then that's okay. You just need to message me before the orders go in for the next month. And you have to watch the replay at work, Patricia. No worries. And the silver level is that you just get the card kit to make the 6 projects. So you either have the stamp set yourself if you've already got the stamp set, or you incorporate one of your stamp sets into the video that I do of the tutorial. So that is something that if you're interested, you only need to go over to my website, which is stampingwithdonnag.com, and on the club membership, hey Deborah, thanks for joining. On the club membership page, you'll find all the details about my club memberships. I also have a blends club that's in full swing at the moment, and I will be doing another one when this blends club is probably about 3/4 of the way through. I may start another blends club, and that is a way of collecting your blends over a period of 6 months. So you get a minimum of 4 blends per month plus extras. You get the storage cases to store them in. You'll get a stamp set. You will also get all the color lifter and the skin tones. You'll get a memento ink pad. So it's just a way of building up your blends over a period of 6 months instead of having to pay the money up front for the whole kit and caboodle. And there is more blends coming, so the blends club may run longer than 6 months for the next one. So we've had an exciting time with Stamping Up. We've got some beautiful new colors coming. I have some of the new colors that I played around with this afternoon in my monthly card and stamp club video. So I had a little bit of a fun time. So I've got the new in colors in my new ink pads, which is exciting. I'm still anxiously waiting for the beginning of May so I can hopefully order all of the new colors that are coming in and the returning colors that are coming in. So if you're watching this later on and you want a catalog sent out to you, I would be happy to send a catalog out to you. You just need to go over to my stampingwithdonnag.com website, and on the home page there is, thanks for the gorgeous card that turned out. Oh, that's okay. That's no problem. You're very welcome, Deborah. I love sending cards out to people. And so, as I said, you can jump on over there and register to get on my mailing list for my catalogue if you were wanting to do that. I will be ordering catalogues by the beginning of May, so please everybody fill out the form if you wanted to get a catalogue off me. Fill out the form before the end of this month so that you're guaranteed to be on my mailing list, and they will be getting mailed out mid-May. As soon as I receive them in my hot little hands, I will be putting them in the post and sending them out to you all. Now, there is still the joining special. If you are interested in joining my team, for $169, you get $235 worth of product. There is a pre-order bundle. I've got to have it all bundle That is actually on back order at the moment, but you can still join and use it as part of your starter kit. It just means it will get shipped at a later date, but you're still able to order that. It's just on back order at the moment. So anyway, I think that's about all the news. I'm going to craft today, and I'm going to use some of the stamp sets that will sadly be going away. So I wanted to pay tribute to some of those stamp sets and show you how wonderful they are. And you've got an opportunity until the end of May to be able to purchase these stamp sets. They have guaranteed they will produce the stamp sets until the 25th of May. So if you're wanting to enjoy some of these stamp sets that I'm going to use today, then you need to pop an order in probably this month or early next month. So I'm just going to flip you around now and we'll get to crafting, because I'm sure that's all that we want to do. So this is the brand new catalogue. Isn't it lovely? And yes, I have lots and lots of tags in the brand new catalogue. And all those tags, you can see they say online card classes, card and stamp classes. I have so many ideas for the new catalogue. And these ones down here are the I must have tabs. So, yeah, I'm having a lovely, lovely time going through this beautiful new catalogue. So the first stamp set that I'm actually going to use, I'll pop that catalogue out of the way now. I'm sure you've all had a good look at that cover, which is all I can show you. So I'm actually going to use this beautiful stamp set. Now, I've been wanting to get this stamp set for such a long time. And I actually got in and ordered it thinking maybe it won't get carried through to the new catalogue. But luckily enough, the Touches of Texture stamp set has been carried onto the new catalogue. Now, this is a beautiful textured stamp set. There's no sentiments, but I've added a sentiment out of one of the new stamp sets in the card that I'm making this afternoon. But it's got beautiful texture. It's lovely for doing backgrounds. You've got some beautiful flowers and things, a lovely dragonfly and a little bee. So it's actually a stamp set that has definitely been on my wish list for a long, long time. So I actually did jump in and order, as I said, because I thought maybe it might get discontinued. And so the reason being, I thought I definitely want to get it. So I created this really cute card using this stamp set. So that is what we're going to recreate today. So it's quite a lovely, cute card, and the stamp set actually does the work for you. So I'm going to bring in, I've got Daffodil Delight is my base, Flirty Flamingo, which is coming back. Is going to be in the new catalogue. So we have Flirty Flamingo. So I've used Flirty Flamingo as my layer to add a bit of colour, and I've got some Whisper White. So what we're going to do is we're going to start decorating the Whisper White piece. Now, the first thing that I did in my card, I actually used, out of this Touches of Texture, I used this stamp set, this stamp here. And just with some Daffodil Delight. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to change it up. I used Daffodil Delight, but we have a new ink colour, so we may as well try the new ink colours. We have the new ink colour called Pineapple Crush. So how about we use Pineapple Crush as our texture in the background? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink that up. Now, I've stamped it a few times. And as you can see, it just gives you a really beautiful burst of colour, but lots of texture for the background of our card. Okay, so simple, stamped 3 times, but gives you a really nice background and a base to build the layer of card on top, the layers on top. So then I actually, and I'm going to use the colour that I used our Kajan Craze. And I used the big, I'm not sure what sort of flower it is, but I used the largest flower out of them. And I've inked it up with the Kajan Craze. And I've just done 2 of these flowers. Okay, like so. And then I brought in Calypso Coral. But instead of Calypso Coral, I'm going to use the new colour Grapefruit Grove. I'm going to try that. So I'm just going to, we'll compare the two when we're finished. So I've just used the little flower here. I've stamped one little flower there. Oh, I like this. Okay, and that's it. And then, now these are our new stamp pads. So we just pull and close like a compact. Okay, so a bit easier to use. They are a little bit stiff when you first use them, but after using them for a while, they have guaranteed that they will lighten up a little bit and be easier to use. Hi Charmaine, sorry, I haven't been watching the comments there. I got a little bit too carried away. Thanks for the gorgeous card that turned up. Hey Chris, thanks for watching. Hey Charmaine, thanks for joining me. Okay, so now I'm going to ink this one up in our soft suede. Oh, sorry. Yeah, soft suede is what I'm going to use. So this is the new ink pad again. I actually was lucky enough to receive this ink pad as a freebie for being at the level of Silver Elite. They allowed all the Silver Elite people to take home the soft suede as an extra little prezzy. So that was quite a nice surprise. Okay, so I've just stamped the flower part up there on the side in our soft suede. And then I've actually used the stamp out of our new stamp set called Rooted in Nature. I've actually used the Thinking of You stamp set with our basic black archival. Now, our black archival is retiring. While stocks last, they are taking away the black archival ink, and I, for one, will be very, very happy because black archival ink and I are not friends. We do not get along very well. I have smudged this one. Every time I use the archival ink, I smudge it. So I, for one, will be a little bit happy. I hope they're bringing back black stays on ink. So I'm hoping that the black stays on ink is a better friend to me to what the archival ink is. So anyway, we will see. But we will have black stays on, and we will have the stays on cleaner as well. So we will be lucky there. Okay, so that is all the stamping that I'm going to be doing on this card. So as you can see, come together really quickly. A couple of flowers, a little bit of texture in the background, and whammo, you have a really quick card. Was there a problem with this black one? Yes, and you know what? I find, yes, Joni, mine is always dry. It has always dried out. A lot of people have had the problem. Hey, Rails, thanks for joining me. Yes, so they were not happy and the product was not up to their standard, so they've taken it away. And you know what? I think it's a wonderful company. They've admitted that it wasn't up to standard, so they took it away. So simple as that, people. They weren't happy with it. People were complaining about it, and they didn't want to sell a product that wasn't 100% perfect like we wanted it to be. So they're now bringing back the black stays on ink. So, and I'm not sure. It was before my time when they actually did have black stays on ink, but I just know from personal experience, and I have tried and tried not to smudge this archival black ink, but oh my God. So I've actually been using our Memento ink a lot more, but the problem is with the Memento ink, it doesn't give you the good, deep, solid black that you want in a nice, strong, bold sentiment. So that is the only reason. The stays on ink, the Memento ink is okay if you re-ink it a few times. So with our Stamparatus that will be coming in the beginning of June in our new catalogue, I don't think we will have a problem with the Memento ink for the simple fact that we will be able to use our Stamparatus, which is fantastic. And I find, hey Leonie, thanks for joining. Stays on is brilliant. Rails, yes. I'm sorry, it was before my time. I know I did have stays on ink when I first crafted, not when I was with Stamping Up, but when I first started crafting, I had stays on ink in silver and gold. I don't know whether I actually had the black, but I did use the silver and gold. And yes, I did like the inks. So I'm sure we will all be happy with it. Now, I've actually popped on this one. I've done a bit of our new twine that's coming. I'm actually not going to do it on this one. What I'm actually going to do is just do a little bow and tie a little bow on this one instead of wrapping the twine all the way around. Now this twine is new and I'm just going to make a cute little bow out of our twine. Love the stamped colours with flirty. Look, honestly, Deborah, they came up really nice, didn't they? So I was sort of tossing up. I don't actually have Flirty Flamingo ink pad, so I'm waiting to be able to order all the new colours. I had Flirty Flamingo cardstock, but I didn't have the ink pad. So it was one of those, I didn't buy it when it was in the in colours. So it was actually one of those. When I first joined Stampin' Up, I was like, do I want to buy the in colours? Do I not want to buy the in colours? And then, honestly, the Sweet Sugar Plum has been my most favourite pink out of any pinky purple that I've used. I've absolutely loved it. And so I actually did buy just the Sweet Sugar Plum because I liked that colour. But I didn't actually buy those in colours, so I didn't actually have it. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to getting it. I've started using it a bit and I'm like, this is really nice. What stamp set is this? This stamp set is the Touches of Textures stamp set, Rails. So it is actually in our new catalogue. It's getting carried on. It's still in our previous catalogue already, so it is available for purchase right at this moment. But it's got some beautiful textured stamps and some lovely flowers. So you can get a really cute, really quick, easy card using this stamp set. So I'm actually going to use some of our new little gems, I think, on this one. So I've just done a cute little bow. I'll stick that on with a glue dot. So I just wanted to show you how you can change up cards just by doing a few different changes in how you put it together. So these are new. These are called, let me see. It doesn't have the name on it. Anyway, they're faceted gems. Sorry, faceted dots they're called. It doesn't say the colours on there. I'm thinking this is Grapefruit Grove, which is what I've used here. This is Mint Macaron, I think. And the others are Blackberry Bliss, I think. So I'm actually just going to pop some little dots on just to tiz it up a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm going to use some of the Grapefruit Grove, since we used it. So I might use just the medium one of that, I think. And I'm going to add a little bit of Mint Macaron in there because I think Mint Macaron will still go okay with it as well. And I might use another bigger one of the Grapefruit Grove. So there you go, quick, cute, easy card using the Touches of Texture. And sorry, Rails, you may not have realised I did use the sentiment out of the brand new stamp set called Rooted in Nature. I used the Thinking of You out of that stamp set as well. So there you go, one quick card. And now we will move on to the next one. So I hope you're enjoying my crafting this afternoon. Please feel free to share my video on Facebook, but you must type shared. And if you actually type shared in the comments, you will go into the draw to win the stamp set that I'm giving away at the end of this month, which is called the Amazing You stamp set. It's the Celebration stamp set. So please feel free to share my video so it gets out there and lots of your crafting friends might like to enjoy my video as well. So now I'm going to use this Big On Birthday stamp set. I loved this stamp set. It was one of my favourite stamp sets that I have purchased. And I'm actually going to show you how you can get a little bit of an ombre look with using this stamp and using a couple of different ink colours. So I'm actually going to use Bermuda Bay. I'm going to use Lemon Lime Twist. Thank you for sharing, Rails. And I'm also going to use Island Indigo. And sadly, Island Indigo will be going while stocks last. It's available at the moment, but it's only available while stocks last. But it is one of the retiring colours. Hey Mari, thanks for joining. I decided that I would pay a little bit of tribute to, you will notice that in the majority of my live videos at the moment, I'm paying tribute to Island Indigo quite a bit, because it was actually one of my most favourite, and I mean most favourite colours. So I'm actually going to show you how easy it is to get an ombre effect. And this sentiment, I'm going to use the wishing you a very happy birthday stamp out of this. Sorry, I'm just cleaning up my desk here so we don't end up with things absolutely everywhere, so that we can at least be able to move around here on my desk. So bear with me, I'm just using my Stampin' Scrub and cleaning up my stamps to get them out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to mount that, and it just fits on this block. And I mean just fits on this block. I probably should use a bigger block, but that's too hard to try and find my bigger block at the moment, so I'm not going to do it. So, okay, so I've got a base of Bermuda Bay as my base. I then have a piece of Lemon Lime Twist as a layer. I then have a piece of Whisper White and a piece of our basic black that we're going to layer up. Now this is only just going to fit onto there. Okay, so how we get the ombre look. So I'm just going to leave my Whisper White piece there. So what you do is you start with your lightest ink pad, okay? I need to, is that straight? So the Lemon Lime Twist is the lightest ink pad. So I'm actually going to ink up all of that stamp in the Lemon Lime Twist. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Bermuda Bay. And with Bermuda Bay, I'm actually, and I've got my stamp up this way, I'm actually just going to ink up part of the way down with Bermuda Bay. And then I'm going to open up my Island Indigo. And this is quite okay, people. It is not going to contaminate your ink pads because I'm going from dark to light. Okay? And then I'm going to huff on that to make sure that it is definitely moist. And I'm going to line that up on my cardstock and ink down. So, what you will see, we did at one stage have some ink pads that were ombre ink pads, but this is how you can get the ombre look. So you choose 3 colours, sort of similar colour family, like, so 3 nice greens that you can do. And as you can see, we get a variegated ombre look in our stamp with one stamp. So it is a quick, easy way of turning a big sentiment into a really colourful, really different sentiment. So I'll just lift that up so you can see a bit closer. So yeah, I'm seeing the wow face. Isn't that an amazing trick to get that type of look? So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm still going to use my Touches of Texture stamp set. And I'm going to create a little bit, so I'm going to mount that up on my basic black, and that's going to really make those colours pop. But I'm also going to use, I might use this one here. And I'm just going to create a little bit of texture on my Lemon Lime Twist piece of cardstock, just to give it a bit of a textured look. I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper so I don't end up with it all over my counter. And I'm going to do it in Bermuda Bay, I think. So I am trying to keep an eye on those comments there. Hopefully I don't miss anyone's comments. Okay, so I'm just going to create this texture all around the edge of my card. And it looks a little bit like chunky spray paint. So I think it just creates a bit of a texture on the background and just takes that plain look off our card. Okay, we'll clean up that Bermuda Bay. I have a funny story about my Bermuda Bay ink pad. I had a friend of mine over one day and we were madly crafting. I was designing my online card class for my waterfront stamp set online card class. And it was so funny. We were playing around with all these different ideas and I was leaning across the table and I had my arm leaning on something. I was leaning across the table looking at something and doing something on my computer, I think it was. And I thought to myself, what is that soft, squishy thing under my elbow? It was like a really soft, squishy cushion. And I was like, what is that? What's doing that? And believe it or not, it was actually my Bermuda Bay ink pad, and I had my elbow in my Bermuda Bay ink pad, and I ended up with this big square on my arm of Bermuda Bay ink all over me. It was like a tattoo that I had for a few days. So, yeah, funny story about the old Bermuda Bay ink pad. Okay, I'm actually going to use, this is a new cord that we're going to have available in our new catalogue. And I'm actually going to use this cord just to create a little bit of interest behind that background. So I'm going to glue down this layer with my Tombow. Hey Dawn, thanks for watching. I've just seen that you've joined me here. Feel free to comment. Feel free to share my video. If you share my video, go in the monthly draw and look at all the people that are in my monthly draw already. It's getting quite full, so I love filling my jar up with people sharing my videos. So I'm just going to layer that up onto my Bermuda Bay base. And I'm going to, with some dimensionals, going to pop some dimensionals on the back of my sentiment label and pop that up. So this black cord is a, it's brand new. It's going to be in our catalogue, and I apologise for my inky hands. I've been stamping all afternoon, and it looks like it looks a little bit like a snake skin. It's very, very shiny. You would swear that it's going to be stretchy, but it's not stretchy. It is a little bit difficult to tie. We had to tie it in a bow on the front of a card that we did as a make and take at On Stage, and it is a little bit difficult to tie. So I must admit, we had a little bit of a hard time trying to tie it. It just wants to bounce undone again. So my idea is, if you're going to tie it in a bow, you need to tie it really tightly in a knot first, and then tie your bow, and make sure you've got like a really nice good glue dot on the back to hold your bow in place. I'm just going to mount that up like that. And now what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to pop some fast fuse. Now, as I said, our fast fuse has been discontinued. Have I got fast fuse here? Where did it go? Yeah, that one's not working. That one. Okay, so fast fuse has been discontinued. So I need to tell you that. So I'm just going to run a few strips of fast fuse down here, because I'm actually going to zigzag this. Now my sentiment's going to sit there, so I actually want to zigzag this just in behind my sentiment. So I'm going to start like so. I want it to stick into my fast fuse. I'm going to bring it right out to the edge of my card, and come down like so, and come right out to the edge of my card again, and down like so. So I'm just going to check that with how my sentiment's going to sit on there, and I think that's going to be quite nice. I think I'm going to come down one more. I'll just pop a little bit more fast fuse there. Just going to come down one more and have that hang down. Okay, and I think that's going to look quite good, yes. Okay, so I'm going to pop that up onto dimensionals as well. So who that's watching, who has this Big On Birthday stamp set? Has it been something that you've had your eye on? Are you thinking, oh my God, that's on my wish list and it's going to disappear? Do I really need to jump on and order it now? Because it is still available. So if you're really enjoying this card and enjoying these sentiments that I'm using, it is still available until around the second last week in May. I would sort of not leave it until any later than that, because yeah, you'll find that people will rush in and want to buy it, and then it would be sad if you miss out. So I'm just going to pop that up over the top of that zigzag cord, and then with my scissors I'm just going to trim it. What are you thinking, Leonie? Have you missed this stamp set? Have you overlooked this stamp set in the catalogue? I've actually had it for quite a while, and I have used it a lot with making cards and things. I think it's a lovely stamp set. Okay, let me see what's bling. Not got it, but I'm liking it. I'm an enabler, aren't I, Deborah? I'm trying to, honestly, it's yeah, you see things used and you go, oh my God, I think I need that. These, sadly, our sticky-backed sequins will be no longer. So if you like the sticky-back sequins, stock up, girls, because they are not carried on into our new catalogue. Now, I always do threes. If I'm going to put anything on, always odd numbers. Either threes or 5 of something. If it was staying, I would seriously look at it. Yes, exactly, Leonie. I'm sad to see it go. So I'm actually thinking, well, I'll celebrate it and use it for a little while longer. I sell my cards at the car boot markets anyway, so I mean I'll be able to sell some cards that I make with it anyway. But beautiful stamp set. But if you're a customer and you just want to collect things, it's an awesome stamp set, so it's well worth a look. And as I said, if it's been on your wish list, it would definitely be a must, and put it in that shopping cart. So okay, that's our card. So what do you think? Quite cute. Very easy, quick, easy. I am an enabler, aren't I, Deborah? I'm so sorry. But you know what? That's what I'm here for. That's what you want to see, isn't it? You want to see all these wonderful things that we can make. Okay. So the last one I'm going to do is probably our Tranquil Tulips. I want to celebrate our Tranquil Tulips. This is a hostess set with a $250 order. You are able to order this with your Stampin' Rewards. So it is a lovely stamp set. And I'm going to celebrate the Island Indigo. So we'll do Island Indigo as a layer. I will then do, what colour? That layer looks too small. Why is it that small? I think I have a small layer in there where I shouldn't. Is that one bigger? Let's get out the Flirty Flamingo again. Yeah, that one's bigger. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Flirty Flamingo, Island Indigo. I love the tulip set too. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and we need a piece of Whisper White, and I'm so sorry, people, I don't have a piece cut, so I'm going to have to cut a piece of Whisper White, so bear with me while I do that. I'm not quite organized. Oh, am I organized? Am I organized? Look at that. I am organized. Yes. So I don't have to cut a piece. All good. Yay, the flirty flamingo. I'm loving it, Deborah. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to love it when it comes in. Thank you for sharing, Dawn. I'll pop an entry in the jar for you. Thank you for that. Okay. So I'm now going to get out my Island Indigo Ink Pad. What can I do? Maybe... I'm just going to stick to Island Indigo. I think that's the safest way to go. Seeing I don't have Flirty Flamingo, I'm going to stick to Island Indigo. And I'm just going to do a really nice... I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz because I love my Pear Pizzazz. Okay. I'm getting myself in such a mess here. But anyway. Is that going to be big enough? Not quite. I need a bigger... Use that one. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp with my Pear Pizzazz. Thanks, Mandy, for sharing. Sorry, Mandy, I didn't see that you would... Oh, you've joined. Yes, I did see up there now. I didn't realise you had joined. Oh, well, look at what we've just seen. That's what can happen when your stamp does not stick to your lovely block. Okay, we will try that again. Hopefully it stays on. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp, and it moved again. So bear with me, people. If Pear Pizzazz, do you know what? I actually thought Pear Pizzazz did retire. I thought on stage that I heard them say that Pear Pizzazz was retiring, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to survive without my Pear Pizzazz, because I love it. As far as when it comes to Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz, I'll pick Pear Pizzazz every day over Old Olive. And I mean, I think the whole thing is, I suppose we've just got to try and get ourselves into the habit that if something retires, then we've always got something else to replace it with. So, yeah. Anyway, so I'm just inking up the leaves here now in my Pear Pizzazz and doing a leafy look like so. Okay, now I'm going to pop that ink away so I don't get it all over me. I'm going to clean those stamps so I don't get it all over me. So, the reason why, Leonie, my stamp didn't stick is because my stamp needs cleaning, and the block that I used is not a Stampin' Up block. It is a El Cheapo block that I don't normally use, but because my block that I normally use is actually out in my work at the moment and not in here, I just tried to cheat and use a not so nice block, and my stamps need cleaning. And honestly, all I do is I run my stamps under plain water. What do you do if your stamps don't stick? Run it under plain water in the sink. Plain water, make sure it doesn't go down the plug hole, please. Put the plug in so you don't lose your stamp down the plug hole. I just wash it under plain water and then dry it really well, and you'll find it will stick again. The only reason that people have been having trouble with stamps not sticking to their blocks is either the block is dirty, the stamp is dirty and dusty, or with the red rubber stamps that they use, what we call our clear mount stamps, which are our red rubber ones, these ones. People are using the stickers on the back to see what the stamp looks like. Those stickers will stop them from sticking to your acrylic block. Yes, Deborah, exactly. Washing them with warm water, it helps them to re-stick again. And honestly, as soon as I've got a stamp that's like that, I wash it under water and it's like new again. And to tell you the truth, I haven't used this stamp set for a while, so I actually probably should have, before I got on here, I should have probably washed them underwater before I got on here. but I haven't, so I'm going with the flow. This is what we call live crafting, so I'm going with the flow. So bear with me. If they don't stick, please bear with me. So now I'm taking the larger one out of the flowers and I'm just going to ink that up. Now, please, people, remember, this is designed to give you that watercolor look. So it definitely does not stamp even, and that is totally normal. The stamp has worked exactly how it's supposed to work. This is a beautiful stamp set. You will absolutely love this stamp set, and you can get it by placing a $250 order. You can use it as your stamping rewards stamp. So there you go. Look at that beautiful tulip. That is simply stunning. So now I'm actually going to use the smaller one, and I'm going to stamp the smaller one in the other two areas. So I'm doing the solid one out of the small stamp again. So I'm going to stamp that there. And I'm also going to stamp that there. Okay. I'll clean that off. Yes, Leonie, this stamp set is beautiful. I can honestly tell you, when I seen this as a hostess stamp set, I was like, I so have to have that. And everyone needs to realize that you don't actually physically have to host a party to be able to purchase these stamp sets. If you place a $250 order, you get the chance to purchase one of the host stamp sets, because you are your own host. You are placing an order worth $250 that you get Stampin' rewards to spend. So look at that beautiful flower. Yes, two-step stamping, Deborah, is definitely like magic. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, now there is another little prongy bit in this that I love using. I need to find it with my eyesight. Am I going to find it? There it is. Now, I think this tiny little stamp absolutely sets off your flower. Now, I was looking for my Memento ink and I don't have it on my counter, so I'm going to have to use the archival. So I make it look easy, Mandy. Mandy, I can tell you, anything I can do, you can do also. So look at that. It just finishes off. Oops, I smudged that. So there you go. I've made a mistake. Smudged it. But it just finishes off your flower and gives it more detail. Okay, I'm going to put that in my stamp set so I don't lose that tiny little stamp. And hopefully I don't have ink all over my fingers. Now I'm going to I have to find a lovely sentiment to put on this. What stamp can I use? Let me see. I think I'm going to stamp the You Are Wonderful out of the Rooted in Nature. Yes, that tiny little bit really does turn it into a tulip, doesn't it? It makes it definitely look like a tulip. So I'm just going to, with this lovely archival ink that is not my friend, I'm going to stamp You Are Wonderful. Just down here. You Are Wonderful. Wow. These sentiments, I love the font that these sentiments are in. They are so fancy. I'm thinking I'm really loving the font. So, okay. I need to clean that stamp before I get it everywhere. So there's some lovely colours that are coming back. So it's a really exciting time, I think, with Stampin' Up, with all the colour changes that they're bringing back. So and the new colours that they're introducing. So once again, I'm going to take my cardstock and fold my cardstock in half. Now, if you're watching this video on YouTube later on, because I will upload this to YouTube as well, please feel free to share on any of your social media sites, platforms that you have, Pinterest, Instagram, anything. Please share, because I love everybody sharing. And it helps get my crafting out there to people. I love sharing what I do. I actually have to tell you, it was my birthday the other day. People that have been watching know that it was my birthday the other day. And I spent the morning of my birthday with the CWA ladies down at Lismore. Now, if you're from our area, the CWA ladies are a country women's auxiliary that they are very crafty, wonderful, cute, lovely ladies. And they asked me to go in and do a demonstration for them. And I had to laugh because there was, first of all, when I sort of asked, they were like, oh, we have a lady that does card making. And anyway, when the lady, I actually met the lady that is the head of the crafting section for the CWA ladies. And she actually ran into me at the markets one day when I had all my cards down there and everything that I do. And she actually said to me, oh, I love your cards. They're wonderful. You know, like, I'm the head of the craft section with the CWA ladies. And she said, I would love for you to come and do a demonstration on card making with the ladies. So what I decided to do was to, as a surprise, I put together a kit for them to actually all make a card that day, and compliments of me. I didn't charge the ladies anything for doing the demonstration. So I put together a card kit. I stamped all the flowers and everything for them and the sentiments and everything, but I just had all double-sided tape on everything ready to go that they could mount up all their cards and put them together. And I must admit, I spent an hour and a half with these ladies, and I've never seen so much excitement in a group of ladies when I finished. They were wanting to look at the catalogue. They were wanting to see what they could do. They were absolutely gobsmacked at what you can do and how easy you can make a card. And I thought it would believe that you can have such effect on people by just doing a card demonstration. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself. The ladies were so cute. Yeah. So I had a lovely morning. I'm using the Blackberry Bliss faceted gems here. So I'm going to use a medium one, a large one, a medium one, and a small one. I actually think we have black and Blackberry Bliss on here. So there you go. Another cute card. Quick $50 order, and it's still available until the end of May. I've also used the Touches of Texture stamp set, which is available, and it will be available in our new catalogue. And I've used the sentiment out of the Rooted in Nature stamp set to make those cards. And I have also used this one here, the Big on Birthdays, to create our beautiful birthday card as well. So I'll just take all those away. So there is 3 cute cards that I've done. I hope you have enjoyed crafting with me this afternoon. And as I said, if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. And what stamp set did you use for the CWA ladies? I actually used the Perennial Birthday stamp set, Deborah. It was beautiful. I just did a birthday card with some flowers on it, and did the happy birthday sentiment out of it. And the Perennial Birthday stamp set is beautiful, and the Perennial Birthday stamp set is getting carried on to our new catalogue. Just the kit is not going to get carried on. So the beautiful box and the beautiful divider sections and things won't be getting carried on to our new stamp set. So thank you everyone for watching. So I hope you've enjoyed this. please feel free to, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, if you just do a search on YouTube for Stamping with DonnaG, I have over 100 videos over on my YouTube channel. Feel free, if you wanted a catalogue, as I said, the new beautiful annual catalogue, it will be going live on the 1st of June, but if you join my Wild Heart Crafters team, you'll be able to purchase out of this brand new catalogue as from the beginning of May. So please let me know if you're interested in joining. Even if you want to join just for the special, I just want to let you know you don't have to do videos, you don't have to do selling, you don't have to hold parties. You can join and just enjoy the 20% discount. So would be happy to have you as part of my Wild Heart Crafters team. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Until next time, have a lovely night, and hopefully I will get to be live again tomorrow if you are lucky. Depends on how busy I get through the day. But thank you all for joining me, and it's been an awesome afternoon crafting with you. So bye for now.